Good morning. Doing a little bit of a different video today. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Can't be all serious Trevor all the time. Thought I'd do something like Bjorn Island does. Maybe do one video where I ramble a little bit. I gotta get, thank you. Coffee, thank you. Aha, I have my morning coffee. Yeah, so what I was saying, I thought I'd do something, do a little bit of a rambling video, just for a little change, just to mix it up a little bit. Got a lot of things going on this week, so I thought I would let you in on what's going on, because, hey, I don't talk about my personal life too much. Not that it's of anybody's interest, really, because, you know, that's not the point of this YouTube channel, but sometimes you gotta mix it up in life a little bit. So, anyways, let's see here. Today is Tuesday, and I am doing my civic duty. Not that kind of civic duty, legal stuff, no. Actually, I've been invited to go down and help out at the International Center in Toronto, where Tesla, there's a Model 3 right there. Sorry about that. Anyway, to help out with Model 3 deliveries. Of course, as you know, Elon sent out that tweet or responded to Ryan McCaffrey's suggestion that, hey, we owners can probably help out. Now, of course, we can't do paperwork and stuff. That's not our bailiwick, but we can help orient new owners and give them some pointers about, you know, how to use the car and stuff. And so I worked with John Dixon, who's the Ontario Tesla Owner Club president and founder, to work out on some kind of plan at an official level with Tesla Canada to see if we can get some of the Tesla Owners Club members to come out and help. Of course, I put my hand up. I'm more than welcome to do that for people. But today's the only day I can do it because my week is pretty full. So I'm going to go down and do that today. I'm not going to do any content for the channel for that because that's not the point. It's for the users and stuff. And besides, Tesla doesn't like it when I do that kind of stuff. So I'll take a couple of pictures outside. I'll post them on social media so you'll understand what those were all about. But later this week, I've got some other things going on. So tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm driving to Montreal to meet up with Ian Pavelko, who is one of the co-hosts on Model 3 Owners Club podcast. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, you don't know about it. So please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and so you can watch the videos. If you prefer to listen to it in an audio format, it's on iTunes, it's on Google Play. It's actually in your Tesla. You can look it up. Just bring up the media player and go to podcasts and type in Model 3 Owners Club, and you'll see our podcast there. So if you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up or a little review. Just let us know. Put it on iTunes, whatever. It helps out. Another Model 3. There you go. Yeah, so I'm going down tomorrow because he is taking delivery of his performance Model 3 on Thursday. So I thought I would go down and help him out and have a little bit of fun. He's a tire and a wheel guy, of course, so I don't know if I'll have any time to do any experimentation, but I'm sure I'll get an earful about all of that stuff as one does, of course, on the podcast, like he likes to talk about, which is great because I know very little about that stuff. And the other thing too is Ian. I'm helping Ian out on something else too. You might have, if you're listening to the podcast, you'll understand with his performance Model 3, he sprung for the performance package, but he didn't want the stock 20-inch wheels that come with the car. He sold them to someone who lives about a half an hour from my place. So I'm bringing my wife's winter steel rims and tires to him. He's going to put some new tires on to my wife's car because she's had these winter tires for way too long and I think they're unsafe. So we're going to buy some new tires from Ian. So he's going to put those on, and I'm going to leave the tires and wheels with him, and he'll probably ship them back, or we'll get them the next time we're down because, you know, even though it's fall, we don't have to worry about the snow for any time soon. And I'm going to bring his 20-inch rims back with me for the guy who lives in Barrie, who he sold the wheels to. So it's kind of a win-win for everybody, which is kind of a nice thing. So yeah. Oh, speaking of which, if you've been following my social media tweet a little bit, I've been having a little bit of not a feud, but a disagreement with Volkswagen. Not that you care, but hey, I'll let you know what's going on. So my wife has a 2009 Volkswagen Golf City Golf. It's the base model. Bought it brand new, 2009. So the car is 9 years old, almost 10. And it gets driven very little. Like it has 43,000 kilometers, which is what, 30,000 miles maybe? Something like that, a little less. I don't know what that is in Imperial. But anyhow, turns out we've had a lot of troubles with brakes on this car. I don't know why. We put a brand new set of brakes on at 15,000 kilometers. That is unheard of in a car. And to make a long story short, we put like 3 sets of brakes on this car since we've owned it. And the last time we did it, we noticed that there was some kind of weird noise out of the front. Turns out that it had a bad wheel bearing on the driver's side front wheel. So we had that changed. But at the same time, we noticed we didn't have any more braking power on the car, which I thought was really odd because we just put brand new brakes on the car. So we took it back to the garage, and the guy said, I think your ABS module, the automatic braking, or the anti-lock braking system, pump, is faulty because it's not sending enough fluid to the wheels, brakes. So then we said, okay, and he said, well, I can't 100% diagnose it because I don't have the actual Volkswagen electronic software tools to really look at it. You need to bring it to someone who does Volkswagen stuff. Anyway, so we took it to the local Volkswagen dealer. They did a free diagnostic for us, thank you very much, and basically confirmed what the first shop said, and that the ABS module was gone. And I thought that was really weird. I mean, how can a car with 43,000 kilometers have an ABS module go? So I took it up with corporate through Twitter and gave them information that they wanted, because I found out that there was also a recall on these cars for, in the last few years that was related to ABS modules failing. And I thought, now apparently our car wasn't covered as part of the recall, but I thought, well, it's worth a try because let's face it, most of the other car manufacturers, they share so many parts between their cars. I mean, what are the chances of this ABS module in a Golf, of all things, is any different than any of the other Golfs or even a cheap Passat? So anyways, make a long story short, they came back and says, no, it's not covered under warranty. You didn't do a brake flush as recommended by the manual because you didn't take it back to a dealer to do it. There's the clincher right there. Didn't take it back to a dealer because oil changes are not required by law under warranty to be taken back to a dealer. That's bull. So they said, oh, it absorbed water into the brake fluid. Never heard of that before. And it corroded the ABS module's pump or whatever, and that's why you're not getting brakes. Please give us $1,600. And I went, I don't think so. So we called around some other shops, got some quotes. I said, look, the car is almost 10 years old. I'm not putting $1,600 into a single part that honestly should be covered under warranty or part of the recall. So we got a used part. It cost us, I think, $600 all in, installation done. So got good brakes on the car now, but wasn't too keen on the customer level service that I got with Volkswagen. Actually, it took them 3 weeks to get back to me on a simple answer, which I thought was not cool. Yes, I did reach out to them on Twitter, to their customer service agents, but I also escalated it internally because I do have a contact internally at Volkswagen to see if he could pass along the message, not in the hopes of him resolving the situation. That's not what I was looking for. I just wanted to make sure that it got passed to the right people and they would respond in a timely manner, which unfortunately didn't happen. So in my books, Volkswagen gets a very big fail on the customer service aspect. You know, entirely within their prerogative to deny out of warranty car service or anything like that. I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, customer service getting back to you, not so cool. Anyhow, so that's our story on the Volkswagen. Speaking of which, my wife Beverly, Miss Daisy as I call her, probably seen her on the channel a couple times. She still wants an electric car. We're waiting for the base Model 3 to arrive because as I said, at 43,000 kilometers in almost 10 years, we cannot justify buying a long-range Model 3 in Canadian dollars right now at the door at about $75,000 to have it sit there. So for those of you who are asking, aren't you getting a Model 3? We still may get a Model 3. It'll go to my wife, but like I said, we have to justify the purchase. You can't just make it because we want another Tesla. I'd love another Tesla, but that's a lot of money to have sit there not doing anything. And her job has changed recently in such a way that she's working from home about 3 days a week. So the cost of savings of her doing public transportation, we have a commuter train here to take her to work. I mean, her expenditure's really gone down, so can't justify driving a car to work anymore, or even taking the train for that matter. So yeah, so we have to wait. A car that's going to come in for us at around $50,000 with a couple of options, namely paint, which is, I have a problem with this Tesla paint thing. That's another ramble maybe I should do. A bit of a rant. I get that it's entirely up to them to increase prices wherever they seem necessary or whatever, for either to reduce demand because red paint's too expensive or it's too complicated, whatever. But I don't see other manufacturers charging $3,300 for red paint. I'm sorry, it's ridiculous. Not that I want red paint, I'm just saying red is an example. That's so I have a problem with Tesla's paint pricing. Not cool. It's up to them to price things the way they want, but compared to everybody else, their prices on paint are outrageous, completely out of control, especially on a car like a Model 3. I mean, $3,300, that's almost 10% of the base price of the car. I'm talking about the base Model 3, not the expensive one. So hopefully they'll readjust that stuff when they got their collective in order. I don't know, but it's very disheartening. I feel that we're going to see a lot of black Model 3s. Now, I know some of you are probably going to comment, why don't you just get it wrapped? Well, you know what a wrap job costs on a car? A good one? It's $5,000. So what are you going to do? And besides, a wrap job's not forever. You're going to have to change that in 4 or 5 years. So I'm sorry, but I don't think a wrap job is any kind of consolation. It's not any cheaper, that's for sure. So anyway, we'll see on that front. What else we got to do? Let me see here. Right, the forum. Forum's doing great. Look, I have to say thank you. If you're new to the channel, you're new to the forum, thank you for joining. Thanks for subscribing. I love it. It's every little bit helps. I think since we've seen more and more deliveries, I've seen membership on the forum grow like crazy in the last few weeks. Since we've crossed 20,000 members, we've seen another 10% increase just in the last 2 weeks or whatever. It's been crazy. So, and I'm looking at the profiles of people registering, and these aren't spam accounts. These are real people. So people are joining because they're getting wind of Model 3, and there's lots of help out there. Our forum is considered to be, I think it's the best. I think it's the best forum out there for Model 3 information. Registration and membership is completely free. Doesn't cost you anything. So join up, model3ownersclub.com. You can check that out. Anyways, getting back to the forum, the purpose of me mentioning it is because we've been running the software on the forum for the last 3 years now. It's been working great. But I think it's high time to, we have to upgrade the software on the forum because, software is not like wine. It doesn't get better sitting on a shelf. You got to keep it. You got to cork that thing and open it up and have a little fun with it. So I've been working on a complete upgrade to the software. It's still the same system. It's and most of the work has been getting the new software to look like the current system, because the last thing I want is for people to comment and get upset, because we humans don't like change, and if you change even the slightest little thing, people get very upset. So I'm trying to make sure that everything looks as close as possible to the old system. I'm about 95% there. So it's when we switch over, you shouldn't notice too many changes. All the content will be there. Nothing's going to change as far as that's concerned. We're just going to upgrade the software so that it gives us new features, gives us a better platform to grow on in the future. I'm hoping to release that, let's see here, probably the first weekend in October. Things are working very well. I've been burning the midnight candle on both ends on getting this done. So yeah, that's the plan for that. So if you are on the forum, you may notice a little bit of downtime. I'll put a notice out so everybody's aware, so that you don't freak out. The upgrade process is rather intensive. It's going to take me the better part of a day to get it all done. The forum will still be live. You'll still be able to see things, but you won't be able to post anything because I got to lock it down in order to capture the information to transition it so we don't lose anything in the process. So anyways, technical stuff, probably don't care about that. So look for that first weekend in October. I'm hoping to get that done. This week's pretty busy. Like I said, I'm going down to see Ian for his delivery on Thursday. My plan was to come back on Friday, but I've decided maybe I'll stay an extra day, maybe visit my cousin, whatever. Maybe come back on Saturday or Sunday. I don't have anything going on next weekend, so I figured, take an extra day and come back. Today is kind of miserable. I would probably turn the camera around so you can see what's going on in front, but it is miserable today. It's raining, and the first time I've seen rain in probably 4 weeks. We haven't seen that much rain. It's been a really, really hot summer for us. Hottest one on record. Thank you, climate change. All you gas guzzlers ruining the environment. Anyway, so rain is nice. It's good for the plants, but fall is here, and that makes me sad because I love summer. So the air conditioner has stopped running 24/7. Things are cooling off a little bit. So it's cool at night and warming up during the day. September, if you've never been to Canada, Southern Ontario specifically, September is one of the nicest months to visit because, and if you catch it right towards the end of the month, maybe beginning of October, is when the deciduous trees start to change colors. And if you've never seen that, well, you're missing out. They go from like green to like yellow and then orange and red, and you get all the different colors and fall colors. Beautiful. So good time to visit if you ever want to come. Yeah. So I'm heading to the International Center, which according to the trip computer is 42 kilometers. Current traffic conditions going to take me an hour. Now I'm not going to let this video go for an hour for sure. You guys will get bored and very upset at me. Excuse me. Oh, right, coffee. So that's my plan, is to spend, my shift is from 9 till 2 today. And apparently there's 1, 2, 3 of us from the Tesla Owners Club that are going to be there today. I haven't tweeted out that I was going to do this today. I figured I'd surprise some people if they were taking deliveries. Maybe get the man to help them out, which was kind of always fun to see people's eyes light up if I show up sometimes. It's not a bragging thing or anything. It's just I like to meet people, and I like to meet forum owners, followers and stuff. It's just fun. All right, here we go. There's a highway close to me, but I refuse to take it because getting onto the other highway is a real pain. Toronto is a huge metropolitan area. It spreads out. I mean, I think it's probably bigger than LA. We have about, I think it's 5 million people in the surrounding areas. And there's only 2 highways east-west and 2 highways north-south. And it is gridlock all the time. Traffic, I think, in the Toronto area, the 401 highway, which is basically our extent of the Trans-Canada Highway, through the Toronto area, is the busiest highway in North America. It is crazy. And unfortunately, there's so much urban sprawl and buildup, we can't build any more highways. Now, they did build another highway called the 407. It's a toll highway. It's apparently it's owned by I think it's some company in Spain or something like that. Anyways, we sold this highway. I don't know why. But anyways, the tolls are astronomical on it. It's crawling with cops all the time. So, and you need a transponder, blah, 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 blah. I refuse to take it. And there's just as much traffic on that, so it's not really helping. So I try to take the 400 south, which is closer to the airport for me. And it's a really well-maintained highway. Even in the winter months, it's brilliantly maintained. And I find that it has slightly less traffic than the other highway, which runs north-south for me, which is the 404. And I hate that highway because there's a couple of spots where you get some really bad gridlock, and to get onto the east-west highway, which is the 401, is just a nightmare all the time. So I find it's easier to go to the 400 and go south. But in order to get there, I have to go through some other towns. So, but I'm used to it. Doesn't bother me. If you're ever in the area, you'll understand. So unfortunately, we don't have enough highways to help with some of this gridlock thing. Elon, if you're listening, we could use some tunnels, if that's your thing. Who knows? More Model 3s. We get a lot of Model 3s where I live. You have to understand, in Canada, gas is expensive. Like, we're $4.50, almost $5 a gallon if you do the conversion to US dollars. It's very expensive. So even though Ontario doesn't have an electric vehicle rebate anymore, which is unfortunate, thank you, Doug Trump, for ruining that for us. Anyway, too soon for that, but hey, it is what it is. gotta grin and bear it, I guess. Anyway, an electric vehicle is still a compelling vehicle to buy because of the gas savings. Now, just when I go to a lot of car shows and I talk to a lot of people, because people want to know about electric vehicles, and I'm in the habit of always trying to explain to people that the gas savings alone are worth the price of entry. Now, I know it's hard to justify, in some cases, a Model S or a Model X. They're expensive cars in the Canadian market. So you can't say, oh, I bought a Model S for gas savings, because it would take you a long time to pay off that car on gas savings alone. I get that. Model 3 is a different story. Even a Nissan Leaf, for that matter, or any of the other electric cars that are on the market. Because with my previous SUV, I was spending, well, in today's dollars, of course, with the gas prices the way they are, I'd probably be upwards of about $300 to $350 a month on gas. And that's driving about 2,500 kilometers a month, 1,600 miles, I think. That's what that translates to, something like that. I know a lot of people drive a lot more. If you drive a lot more, the cheaper an EV is, of course. But for me, my electricity cost, because I'm on a special 2 cent per kilowatt hour pilot plan with my utility company, that my average utility cost to run my car, and this is not including the supercharging that I get for free in this car. I was lucky to buy this when the supercharging program gave you supercharging for free for life. I'm paying about $20 a month. Now, even without the special plan, without this pilot program that they have going on, I think my out-of-pocket cost for electricity might be $35 a month. So it's peanuts. It's a tenth of the cost. And the look on people's faces when you say that is like, really? It's like, yeah, it's true. I can show you my bill. So that is great. It just means I end up putting more mileage on my car, because now the cost of running it is so cheap that I literally take it for everything. I mean, it's not uncommon for my wife and I to get in the car to drive 30 kilometers to go get an ice cream. You don't even think about it anymore. My previous car was, with our gas car, it's always like, don't want to go there. It's going to cost money. It's like, it's in a lot of ways, EV ownership is very liberating. Liberating is probably the best word. Fun to drive, super economical to drive. It's nice and serene. It's nice and quiet in here. I love it. I mean, why wouldn't you? So I'm really looking forward to putting more mileage on my car. Now, I know probably some of you are going to say, well, what about your warranty? I have an extended warranty on this, so I'm good to 8 years, 160,000 kilometers on this car. So we'll see how long that lasts. This car is going to be expensive to fix, so I figured I'd use some of my referral award to buy the warranty. Speaking of which, referrals and the referral program. I don't know. I mean, a lot of you are getting Model 3s now, and you're getting a referral code that you can give out to other people so that you can earn awards and stuff. I thought I'd just take a couple of minutes and just talk about the referral program a little bit. Now, for those of you who don't know, might be new to the channel, might be new to Tesla, they have a referral program which has been running for the last couple of years, where as an owner, you're given a code. It's a website code or whatever. And up until now, the biggest incentive for it was for the owner, or the buyer of the car, Model S, Model X, primarily, until they added the performance Model 3. That if you bought a car, an S or an X, with the referral code, that the buyer would get unlimited free supercharging for as long as they own the car. Now, the program's changed, and I know some of you are going to say, oh, well, it used to be free, and then it was with the car, then it was with the... I know, it's complex. Anyways, to make a long story short, the biggest incentive for the whole thing was to get the free unlimited supercharging as part of the ownership of the car. Now, as a anyways, as the person who has the referral code, I'll give you my example, is that you get awards, and there's 5 awards. So there was, it's still in place right now, but basically they're physical prizes largely. So, you know, Model S for kids, wall connector, set of wheels, a power wall / service credit, and an invite to the next unveiling of whatever car they come out with. So, just so you know, I've collected all of the physical awards. I did a video some time ago. If you haven't seen it, look through the video channel. You'll see it where I ordered the Model S for kids because we have some friends of ours who recently became new grandparents, and thought it'd be kind of cool to give it to the little boy. So we did that video, and people really liked it. And I got the Tesla wall connector, which is the black one, the Elon Musk, even though I already have one. So I got that. I got the wheels, which are the 22-inch forged wheels for the Model X. That's what I have on now. They'll be coming off in a couple of months when I put my winter tires on. That's, you know, out of all the referral stuff that was going on, that's what I really wanted. I wanted the wheels. They looked really nice. I know they're crap for range and all that fun stuff, but it makes the car look nice. Then I got enough referrals to get the power wall, which, as it turns out, not really something I was keen on for my house because I don't have solar. My house is not ideally situated for solar. But as it turns out, there was a alternative, which was in the form of a credit on your account, a monetary credit that you could use for service or parts or whatever. So I decided to use the credit to buy the warranty on this car. So that went over well. And then, of course, I got the next referral, which was the invite to the next Tesla unveiling, which will likely be the Model Y. And if they hold true, it'll be hopefully in the spring, maybe in March, in Hawthorne, which is down in the LA area. So trying to make plans and trying to time vacation time around that, because we're going on vacation early February again. We're looking at Florida again. We like to go to Florida in the winter months because, you know, it gets pretty drab around here. So yeah, that'll be a fun trip. Anyway, so once you get past the 5 physical awards, then you drop into what's called the second level of the referral program, which is where you start getting, every one of your referrals gives you a 2% discount towards a Founders Series next generation Roadster. That's the super fast car. Anyway, I'm into that level now. Thank you for everybody who has bought a Model S, a Model X, or a Performance Model 3 using my referral code. If you'd like it, it's right there. Feel free to use that. Because every little bit helps me get towards this Founders Edition. Now, the referral program and my progress on the referral on the Roadster is not something I like to publicly talk about, because I feel in some ways it's a little bit unfair, because I have a YouTube channel, I have a forum, I've got social media presence, and I know a lot of people out there are struggling even to get 1 or 2 awards, and I understand, and I was in the same boat too when I first started. I was like, I just want enough to get the wheels. I know how tough it is, so I don't talk about it a lot. But today I just thought I would let you in on some progress, just so you understand where I'm at and where I'm coming from. Now, I have enough referrals right now, and I just checked my phone. Where is my phone? I lost my phone. Did I lose my phone? What did I do with my phone? Oh, I'm recording with it. I should have had a V8. Anyway. Yes, too early in the morning for me. Right. I'm at 42%. So, my understanding with the referral program is that if you don't collect all 50 referrals, it's 50 referrals at a 2% discount, so that's 100%. If you don't collect all 50, you don't get anything. But the referral program also says that when you get into the second level, you get some other things that happen. So one of them is an automatic, not automatic, but one of them is a 10% discount towards a Roadster. So I already have that. So if I wanted to buy a Roadster out of pocket, I would get a 10% discount. What I don't know is whether the accrued referrals that I have accumulated count towards an additional discount, or whatever it is, towards that final Roadster. Maybe I should email the referral people at Tesla to try to get some clarification. My personal feeling is that if I don't collect all of the referrals to get to the free one, I lose them all. That's my personal feeling. It just feels like that. So I don't know. If you want to buy a Model S or Model X, it would be really cool if you use the referral code, and it would get me really close. And if I got this Roadster, it'd be, that would be like amazing. I mentioned it before, and I'm not the first person to suggest this, but if we got the car, we would take it. It's going to be a fairly rare car. We're not talking Model 3 volume numbers here, not even Model S volume numbers. This is an expensive car to buy. I think what we would do is we would take it on a North American tour. My wife and I would just get in the car and take some vacation time, go for a couple weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, and we'd just go across Canada. Never done that before. It'd be kind of fun to do. Hopefully the superchargers will be in place by then, because we got a lack of superchargers, of course. Anyway, so we would take it on a North American tour and get everybody a chance to see the car in person, kind of as a thank you to everybody. I'd like to try and meet as many of the referral people that use the referral code, so they get an opportunity to see the car, maybe even take a little drive in it. So that's kind of the plan. So it's not a call out to say help me get this. It's just like I would hate to lose them should it not come to be. So if you like the channel and you like what we do, use the referral code. Besides, you may not get free supercharging anymore, but at least you get a credit, and it's $100 US credit or $150 Canadian. And depending on where you are, that could, depending on how much supercharging you do and stuff, that could be almost a year's worth of supercharging for some people. So that's my little spiel on the referral program. I feel in some ways that the referral program is going to go away, because when you take the biggest incentive, which is the free supercharging, away. It's just like, you know. But you'd still be crazy not to buy a car, any car, without at least supplying them with a referral code. So whether you get something or not, give them the referral code and hope for the best. You never know what will transpire out of that. Well, I think this video has been going on for 35 minutes. I'm gonna cancel it right now, and thanks for watching. I know it's been long and it's a little boring for some of you, but I thought I'd just let you in on some of my thought processes and what's going on. Just keep you abreast, and if you like it, hey, give it a thumbs up, give it a good comment, whatever. Let me know what you think. I might do some more in the future, whatever. Just mix it up a little bit. Can't always be just this stuff all the time. But anyway, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because that really helps us get more viewers out there. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.